We hear our Lord say to his disciples, I tell you, unless your righteousness surpasses that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to your ancestors, you shall not kill, and whoever kills will be liable to judgment. But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. And whoever says to his brother, Raca, will be answerable to the Sanhedrin. And whoever says, you fool, will be liable to fiery Gehenna. Therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar, and there recall that your brother has anything against you, leave your gift there at the altar, go first and be reconciled with your brother, and then come and offer your gift. Settle with your opponent quickly while on the way to court with him. Otherwise, your opponent will hand you over to the judge, and the judge will hand you over to the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Amen, I say to you, you will not be released until you have paid the last penny. The Gospel of the Lord. Our Lord now in this 5th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew is going to be presenting us the commandments. But since he is the author of the commandments, and since he knows us as the author of us, and he gives us the commandments so that we can have fullness of life, we need to allow our ears to hear again the good news of Jesus Christ. Now, it might not sound like good news, since Jesus is going to expect more than we might expect when reading the commandments at face value. For instance, today, when we have heard that it says, thou shalt not kill, right? That we'd be liable to judgment. And he goes deeper than that. That we shouldn't be angry with our brother. We shouldn't call him a fool. And that we're going to be liable to fiery Gehenna if we do. But when he expands on this, our immediate impulse might be, no, not more, not closer. But that's exactly what we really desire. We desire more life with God. We desire to be closer to God. And we should be thankful to God that he actually expects more from us. Just think about that. From someone who you know nothing about, someone that you're not familiar with at all, how can you actually love them? Like in a deep way, right? You can give them the love that is due everyone. But to actually know someone means you have access to not just the good things that they do, but also their wounds and also their sins. And that's how then you can draw closer through the work of mercy. And see, that's what our Lord's giving to us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows that when it comes to the commandments, we try to do the bare minimum sometimes. But he's expecting more from us so that we can experience more of him, more of his mercy. And that's why we need to rejoice when we hear in this 5th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew, our Lord calling us to more. And so today, just consider the incredible opportunity you have through mercy with your neighbor. That our Lord says, of course, we need to be reconciled to our neighbors. So if there's anyone you need to apologize to, let's do it today. Don't wait. But also know you can show mercy in such an incredible way. And that allows you to participate in the heart of God and his incredible mercy. Let us call on him today. Let us not be intimidated that he calls us to more. And let us place our hope in Jesus Christ, who definitely calls us away from what we see all too often today. I mean, just turn on any commentary about the world right now, and you can see the name calling, you can see the vitriol, but instead, we need to see the mercy of God. And that's what we can choose today. God bless.